the 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-around. Tonight we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the New York Knicks. For New York, they have the unenviable task of starting the new season on the road. It won't be an easy place to pick up win number one, as they'll be facing a tough environment and a team that wants to win this game as badly as they do. And here we are, opening night of the new NBA season. Every club at this point can be optimistic. Some teams just looking to make the playoffs, others with much higher aspirations, Kenny.
Yeah, well, some people would say that you can start with a clean slate. But then certain people are saying we're building off of last year. So this is a continuation. But whatever happened last year to some of those teams who didn't reach their goals, they just can wash it out and start. But there are certain teams saying, yes, we are who we were last year, and watch who we are this year.
You want to come out the gate strong. Ernie, I think we're in for an exciting year. And it was a pleasure seeing you in San Tropez on our vacation.
Yes.
That's a nice aqua machine.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Indiana Pacers defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. And this matchup with the Knicks, hard to believe, just the first game of the 82-game regular season. Last year was a lopsided affair as they were able to take all 4 games in the series, earning the sweep.
And they were unbeaten against this club last season. Not surprising considering where they both finished in the standings.
Yeah, it's really plain as pound cake. They're the better team. I mean, they'll look to prove it again here tonight.
So the New York starting 5. King, he's in at point guard. Porzingis is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Victor Oladipo. Now here is George. To the middle, here's Booker. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Oladipo. Launches it. And again, New York with the triple.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Down low, here's George. It's good, and he... shot, so he will go to the line. Three-point play chance here. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. King with it. 6 points for him. And there's always talk about if team chemistry matters or not. Let me tell you, it matters a lot. And
yes.
Clark, you really push this. If you can look at his team, and this team in particular, and they have, I think, a great locker room.
No question about it, Kevin. You see it in their demeanor. They really care about each other. And I think it starts with Freak. From what I understand, he makes sure they're doing things as a team off the court as well as on to build that camaraderie.
And making connections is always good in any business, and the NBA is no different. From what I've heard, Clark, Freak has done a good job of reaching out to his peers all over the NBA.
I think that's an example of Freak just having a good head on his shoulders and knowing that taking the time to get to know others in the business has its benefits.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And a fast break now for the Pacers. That one wide left. New York's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Launches it. Paul George grabs the miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I was able to speak with Frank Vogel for a minute. Of course, the conversation veered to the challenge of defending LeBron James, and he said there's not a lot of good options with him. He can really do it all. I think you just have to try and stay in front of him, and if he gets in close, you have to bring help. And guys, we've seen LeBron really force the issue as far as getting into the lane. We'll see how they do.
Thank you, Doris. There's the triple. Another three that time. A beautiful shot from King. King's got 9.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Pick up by Hill. There's the pick. To the paint. Off the pick. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Hill's got his first basket.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish was right on time.
King outside. A 3-ball.
Stick it to the money.
Booker pulls it in. Pacers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. On the wing, George. Whiteside, a screen on LeBron. Unloads from 13. And again, Paul George. 7 points in the game.
When it rains and pours, another jump shot tickles that twine.
And this is a thunderstorm because they got it flowing right now. They are putting on a nice run. He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Hill kicks to Whiteside. It's blocked, but they'll get another chance. The 3 from George. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And now, let's hear it for your Pacers. Group in now for Indiana. Jewelers checked in. And here are the Pacers now. They trail by 1. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Knicks. King, he's in at the point. Anthony is out there with LeBron James. And it's Chandler in at the 2 spot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From 18 feet away, shots good by Ellis. Ellis has got the first basket of the second quarter for the Pacers. New York's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. King with it. Now guarded by Payne. Three is no good there from King.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the defense has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull that trigger. You've got to be in his face and not give him any space.
And you can see, Clark, that he has garnered the attention of the defense here. They are not going to allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Ellis can't get it to go. New York shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Lets the three fly. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Well, a chance here to check out Carmelo Anthony. Last year, getting it done. Put up about 13 points per, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, he definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
Whiteside's checked in for Indiana. Hill comes in for Payne.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Man, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And that one's good by Gabe.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists. Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
It's back to Hill. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Booker. It's rebounded by New York. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. In third, the Knicks.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively, and boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
The Knicks making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Now here is Hill. Whiteside a screen. Ellis the pass to Whiteside. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here from where we are.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And guys, that was an element of his game that he could not get turned around. I mean, he was really in a funk, and it lasted all season.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
Hill drives in. There's the bucket. Good. Hill's got the lead up to 7 now for the Pacers.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Here's King. Hill pulls it in.
You rarely see him missing dunk, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough. I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Here's King after the made shot from Monte Ellis. King outside. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Fires from the wing. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 4th rebound in this one. Hill with it. Now defended by King. The shot from 20 feet away. And Monte Ellis again. And now it's an 11-point Pacer lead.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
Is here for the Pacers. George is checked in for Trevor Booker. And it's Vaughn in for Monte Ellis. Lure is checked in for New York. Patrick Beverly comes in for Oladipo. King It's deflected.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far. He's certainly not been at his best this quarter, and that's an understatement.
The shot by George, wide open. No good with the triple.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Anthony, the pass to King. 1:24 left in the second quarter. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Yes.
Lure's got his first points of the game. Indiana leading by 11. Here's Vaughn. And the layup's good off the glass.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And some changes here for the Pacers. Turner comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Payne. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Indiana out in front. They lead by...
Well, no doubting that was a rough second period for you guys. What are they doing that gave you so much trouble?
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
George having a fantastic game. 15 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
Whiteside is out there with Booker. Then it's Ellis. Then there's Hill. And it's George in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Knicks trail by 17. King, the pass to Oladipo. Back to King. Oladipo outside. New York needs to get off a shot. And the shot is good.
Get some stops.
And that's 13 points for Freak.
Superb assist. There. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
The feed to George. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. To the inside, the kick out to Hill. There's the pick. Back to Ellis. Shot off the screen. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Ellis has got 8 points.
Monte Ellis getting it done. Wow.
King, the pass to Oladipo. LeBron against George. The drop.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he ripped it down.
And the highlight reel replay is brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia slam. The Pacers have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Porzingis. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Knicks trail by 15. King outside. The three-pointer no good. Indiana's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. George. Here's Hill. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's his first trip to the line.
A 78% foul shooter a season ago. Pretty steady when he's at the line.
Rudy Gay's checked in for Whiteside. The Knicks making a switch here. Both free throws good from Hill. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Up top, King. He's guarded by Ellis. From the stripe. And no good as it rattles out. Indiana leading by 17. Outside Hill. George, that's a 2-pointer. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
King, that's good.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Pacers have gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Pick up by Hill. They set the pick. And George, here we go. Gay outside. 16 feet away. And Monte Ellis the bucket on the assist by Rudy Gay. And that's 10 points for Monte Ellis.
Check out the numbers for Hill. Good season for him last year. Last season, put up about 12 points per game, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
For sure. Great anticipation. Peripheral vision is there. Natural talent as well. Really shining through.
Gay with it. Now Anthony defending. Turner with a screen for George. Inside. Ball's knocked loose. And King, here we go. LeBron passes to King. To the middle. Here's Potter. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
So a moment now to see the story on Miles Turner. He had a strong showing last season. 12th in blocks, 16th in rebounding, and he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage. To create offense with tremendous efficiency.
And, you know, anytime you take it inside against him, you know it may be coming back the other way.
Vaughn's checked in for Ellis. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Chandler's checked in. It's Gay with the drive.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Here's King. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. 18 points for Freak. Pacers leading by 13. Vaughn, the pass to George. Bounces high off the rim and drops. George has got 17 now.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
King outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose. And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
From deep. Second chance shot, and LeBron with the layup. LeBron's got 4 points this quarter.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Gay can't hit.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
From deep three-point range, no good. And Indiana will come the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. Now George, 17 points in the game. Back to Turner. King with the steal. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. The tray. They get it back. Puts up a three. Good on the shot. King's got 10 points here in the second half.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
The shot by George, no good.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
No good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Pacers lead by 12. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. changes. Turner's checked in for Booker. For Monte Ellis. And it's Payne in for George Hill. And New York, looking at who they've got. King in at point guard. Porzingis is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Indiana.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shot.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
Indiana leading by 21. Turner with a screen on James. And George kicks to Ellis. It's rebounded by New York.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
King against Hill. The three. Shot is off.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
George double teamed and stolen by James.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Indiana.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
That athletic.
Yeah.
Can't stop this. With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
Man, I got to pick my jaw up off the floor after that one, guys.
And George, here we go. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
King, that's good.
Stop.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
King against Hill. Poked away. King with the steal. And here's the fast break. Oh, wow. And he goes in for the dunk.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. It's too bad. I think it's past.
6 seconds left in the fourth. Takes the three. It counts.
And they clearly are.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our George Hill.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin.
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our featured matchup tonight out in New York, where the Knicks will be going up against the Orlando Magic. Checking out the Magic, they got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back victories. It's rare to see a point guard lead the NBA in scoring, but that's exactly what Freak is doing right now. Not only that, but he's still making sure to get everybody involved. How great has this been for this kid?
I mean, only MVP candidates can lead the league in scoring at the point guard position. I mean, it's critical to his team's success. Most guys would say, well, he's shooting too much. But no, his teammates say he's not shooting enough. The only time he's not supposed to shoot the basketball, Ernie, is when he doesn't have it.
If he holds on to the scoring title and keeps running the offense like this, he'll have a claim as the best point guard in the game today.
On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Orlando Magic are ready for this thing to get started. We welcome you this Thursday evening as we get set for some exciting NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. The story here, Larry Sanders, injured and unable to play.
Well, since the last game when we saw him leave with that injury, the news appears to have gone from bad to worse, guys, and that's terribly disheartening. The speed of that young player, man, we're going to miss that, and he could be out a long time.
Yeah, and certainly not the news he nor his teammates were hoping for. But he'll just have to rededicate himself to the rehab process, and hopefully he can come back better than ever.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Then there's Harris, and it's Gray in a shooting guard. King against Wright. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Gordon. For Orlando, they won their last contest, that game against Milwaukee.
Yeah, the bench production in that game was terrific. Points from multiple sources.
Yeah, everybody that stepped on the floor played and made a contribution, and that's always a positive thing.
King, that's good.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
And it's the Magic with the ball, following the three-pointer by Freak. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Second shot opportunity. And Vucevic with the layup. Vucevic has got his first basket of the night.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Here's King. Good on the three-point shot.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
The Magic have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Gordon. Kicks it to Harris. Now the pass to Gray. Just 5 on the clock. And it's blocked. They retain possession. King against Wright. Jacks up a 3. Orlando grabs the miss.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
And stolen by Wright. And up the court come the Magic on the break.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Flash misses.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Feeds it to Gray. Goes up on the wing. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to Indiana.
And, you know, you hate to use this word, but I really felt like it was a sorry effort that they put forth on the defensive side.
Oh, that's pretty harsh from you, Greg, but you're right. I mean, too many times we saw them slow to set up and get on deep or late on their rotation, and they paid a big price for it.
So it's Orlando now after the three-pointer from Victor Oladipo. On baseline J, they get it back. Here's Gordon. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. Orlando shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
If we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And the first one at the line is good. Gordon hits both of them. New York trailing. From the arc. And count it. Three-pointer good on the shot from King. King's got 9. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Here's Azania. Well, in Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Here's King. Rebound by the Magic.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
Now Butler following the three-point attempt by Freak.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
A minute 42 left to play in the first. For Orlando, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Here's Butler. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2. For 2.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to transition points. Make the defense move. And let's pass up a good shot. Great shot.
For New York. Then
It
for the
can't come to you. You're forcing the issue too much.
Orlando leading. So on the floor for Orlando, Vucevic is out there with Wilkins. And it's Hezonja in at the small forward position. Wright sets a screen. Doubled by King. Wilcox kicks to Vucevic. Just 5 to shoot. Gray's shot is off. Gray's gone 2 for 5 tonight. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers, boy, was he tremendous. He finished with 33 points and was just on point from deep, sinking what seemed to be an endless stream of threes. A strong statement game from him to open up the season. The kind of game this team is hoping to see consistently.
All right, thank you as always, Doris. And another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
Yeah, and he proved his value again in that last game. I mean, he's a cog in their machine, no doubt.
Yeah, and they're going to need a few other players to lend a bigger hand today. I mean, they can't expect him to carry the entire load 2 games in a row.
No problems knocking that one down. Now it's a 6-point Magic lead.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness. You know, they built their lead here by doing all the little things well.
And one of those little things, Clark, has been rebounding. They've come out and taken complete control of that glass. Some numbers for Wright. how he did last season. About 7 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point.
The Knicks making a switch here. Oladipo's checked in. Gray kicks to right. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And it's Vucevic missing. Knicks trail by 8. Here's King. And the Knicks miss again.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball, unable to help them close this gap.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The Magic have been all 4 of their chances so far in this one. He misses the free throw. Gordon's checked in for Orlando. He hits the second from the line. Here's King. 33 points last game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Move the ball to end the drought. It's hauled in by the Magic.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
While we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. In third, the Knicks.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively. And boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Here's Gray, and the layup's good off the glass. Gray's got 9.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint. Now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence. 3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Right outside. Gordon, the pass to right. Harris outside. The 3. And Oladipo pulls it down. Knicks trail by 13. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. King outside. Clock at 6. To end the run. New York, no good that time either.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
The open shot, Harris, and it's Orlando with another.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now here's King. 9 points in the game so far.
Boy, a paltry, putrid 10% shooting for him this quarter. That's brutal.
Magic leading by 13. Here's Wright. Pass to Gordon. Wright sets a screen. Gordon dishes to Wright. Back to Gordon. Three-pointer. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. King right side. And it's blocked by Gordon.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Doubled by King, and Wright kicks to Gordon. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo. The Magic have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. The free throw drops for Gordon. Both teams will make substitutions. Change here. And so that brings...
Well, obviously a lot of ground for you guys to make up in that second half. Do you expect Coach to shake things up to try to jumpstart you here in the third?
Hey guys, settle down for a second. I noticed a couple of things. Ladies and gentlemen, your Nick City.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again.
Check out the game for Flash. He's got 11 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
And you know what, Clark? If you continue to shoot the way he is, he may have to become more of an integral part of their offensive scheme.
King in at point guard. LeBron James is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Victor Oladipo. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now here's King. Clock is at 3. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by the Magic. Gordon's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Clock at 4. Right, the pass to Vucevic. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Vucevic has got the first points of the second half here for Orlando. Here's King. Offline with his three.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Wright dishes to Vucevic, and the shot is good. Vucevic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Flash misses.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with it. It's a tough day so far.
Harris kicks to Vucevic. Here's Gray. He's got 9. 11 feet away. Got a hand on it. King outside. For 3. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And right, here we go. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Wright's got his 2nd basket of the night.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
From deep, but they get it back. Jacks up a 3, and he drills it. Beautiful release there from King. King's got 14 points for the game.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Nick City Dancers.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on New York's head coach talking to his team. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through flash. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Gray knocks down the 10-footer. Gray's got 11.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
And here is King. 14 points for him.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Harris has got 5 rebounds tonight. Dishes it to Wright. Picked by Vucevic. Wide open. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Wright. And the Magic lead by 21.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Flash misses.
He's frigid from 3. I don't know what's worse, that he can't hit anything from out there, or that he keeps on trying to.
The Knicks shooting a ghastly 26% from the field. Their offensive game looking completely out of whack. And it's blocked by Gordon, but he recovers it. King outside. And that shot misses everything. Air ball on the 3. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Wright kicks to Harris. Gets an open look and hits. Harris has got 4 points now in the quarter. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Magic.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well. And it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Porzingis. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Muscala, he's checked in for Vucevic. Wilcox comes in for Aaron Gordon. Hezonja, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. And it's Butler in for Wright. Now here's Butler. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Move the ball.
King outside. They need this one. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. King's got 16 points. The Magic leading by 21. Butler passes to Wilcox. Back to Butler. There's a good screen. Inside. Here's Muskawa. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point out.
New York's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. On the court for Orlando, Harris and Gordon, the athletic forward pair, and it's Vucevic, and it's Gray in at the point guard position. King, right side, 5 on the clock. Misses off the right iron. The Magic have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes. And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Knocks down the 3-ball. King's got 19 points.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Azania. No luck. Nice D from Oladipo.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Flash misses. Magic leading by 22. Here's Azania. To the middle. It's deflected. King with it. This one for 3, and that is good. King's got 11 points here in just the second half.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
There's the pick. Here's Gray. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. King outside.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
1:30 left here in the fourth quarter. 3-pointer. Some solid defense from Harris.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Magic.
Clark, this was a physical game.
Yeah, but the awareness they had offensively to penetrate really was the difference.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And if you had to pick one player, guys, who would take over, few would have picked his name. But tonight was the night for Wright. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Here's King. Jump shot is good.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
Gray inside. He's against King. Gray's shot is off. King outside from past the arc. And so it's Orlando taking this.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. So why don't we take a look now? And
He was dead on from the field tonight, John. I'd call his performance economic.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal.
2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Miami Heat. For Miami, this is a big game coming up for them. They've dropped their first 2 games, and the last thing they want to do is open the season 0-3. That is not the way to tip things off. Tonight, we're going to be watching LeBron James, still physically superior in just about every matchup. Says he feels his athleticism has waned a little, Shaq. I'm not sure if I see it.
Well, he's older, but listen, Ernie, I played with this guy. He's 275, 5% body fat. He's an absolute handful to deal with in the post and on the open floor. Still the best player in the game, absorbs the contact without flinching, and still moves better than a lot of guys in the league.
Yeah, and if he played with you, he is getting older. So at least one level or another, he has a physical advantage on every player. But I will say this, he has slowed down.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. This their first look at this year's New York squad. In the season before, they completely controlled the series 3-0.
And they swept the season series against them last year. They really did have the upper hand.
And I think that's where it starts, guys. Neither team a playoff factor, but you work your way up the ladder team by team, and this is really one matchup they feel very confident with.
And now the New York Knicks starters. King in at point guard. Porzingis is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Victor Oladipo. Jefferson passing to Nance. Terrific design on the pick play. He lays it in. Nance has got the game going here with the first basket for the Heat. King outside. Lets it go from deep. Miami grabs the miss. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that day to make shots.
You know, sometimes we talk about a defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, Greg, but that night, they got up in their own heads. Just got in their own way and couldn't get out of it.
Miami on defense. 4-point game. Fires the three. Good.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Eric Spoelstra. There haven't been many players that have the physical prowess of LeBron James, and he knows that this is going to pose a lot of problems for his team. He told me the most amazing thing to him about LeBron was that he has the ability to be a force at virtually any position on the floor, from point guard to center. He can and does do it all, guys.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Now here's Jefferson after LeBron James's miss. Nice D from Oladipo.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
King with it. Now guarded by Winslow. Fires from deep. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
Here's Nance. Dishes to Winslow. Beyond the arc. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
King outside. Puts up a three. That is good. King's got 6 points.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
And Miami has possession. Here's Cardinal. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
A lot of space. right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's King. He has 6. Launches a 3, and that one's good. He's got 9.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Pass to Cobb. Heat moving the ball around. They set the pick. Here is Cardinal, guarded by King. Goes up at the stripe, and another basket for Miami.
Cardinal!
New York's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Shot clock at 5. No good off the back of the rim. The Heat with the lead. Jefferson dishes to Winslow. Back to Jefferson. Passes to Cobb. Jefferson against King. There's the pick. Here's Jefferson. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And was a force on the defensive side as well. 4 steals over the course of that game.
Now here's King. And there's the defensive 3-second call. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Both teams will make substitutions. Shot clock at 6 for 3. New York, no good that time either.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Here's Lyons. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
This one for 3. Flash misses.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
1:07 left to play here in the first. There's a good screen. Jackson against Chandler. Jackson drives in. The 3. Chandler with the block. And he's able to get it back. Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat. New York's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. They've got Jefferson, and it's Cardinal in at the point guard position. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Magic, boy, was he tremendous. He had 27 points, and the basket must have looked like an ocean to him as he nailed 3 after 3. It was a great outing for him, and the team needed him as he was the main source of points all game. Hopefully he gets more support in this one, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game?
Guys, it's tricky, you know, because when you work as hard as he did in that game, you tend to be a little worn down. But on the other hand, he also has to be feeling terrific in terms of the confidence about the state of his game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I'd say mentally he's in peak condition, while physically he could probably use a recharge.
New York's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. A 3. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
This is an absolute monster performance from him. He is pulverizing them from the three-point line.
To the middle. The dish, Cardinal. Kicks it to Winslow. There's the pass to Lyons. Chandler with the steal. King outside. There's a screen. Pulls up on the wing. Can't get it to go. And it's Miami the other way.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Doubled by King. And Jefferson, here we go. It's blocked. 3-on-3. Here's King. And the Knicks hit again from deep. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Knicks?
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Yeah, another thing they've done well, guys, a lot of steals in the first half. Really getting after it defensively.
The Knicks leading by 4. Rob. And now Winslow pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And guys, I tell you, big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug,
we need to calm down. Taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Throw it down inside.
In third, the Knicks.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
The Heat making a switch here. Nance is checked in.
Move the ball. Stick it to
King against Jefferson. Here's the screen. Anthony with the screen on Jefferson. New York, no good that time either.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up the...
It's all tied.
Give it up for your Heat.
Okay, good job battling them out there. Let's talk about some crucial areas from the first half. Some of the biggest points we scored in the first half came because our defense was sharp and we never passed up a chance to get out and run when they turned it over.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And, you know, I'm not sure that he can continue to shoot the 3 as well as he has up to this point. He has been lights out.
You know, sometimes, Greg, you have those nights where the basket just looks twice as large as it is. Grand Canyon size. It might be one of those nights for him.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. King, he's in at point guard. LeBron James is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Victor Oladipo. King outside. For the lead. Nance with the rebound. Nance has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Off the inbound. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Cardinals got the first points of the second half up on the board for Miami. Here's King. New York, no good that time either.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Feeds it Cardinal. Shot clock at 6. A floater, got a piece of it. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's King. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. 22 points for Freak.
This guy is simply having a great game from outside.
Outside Jefferson. Cardinal gets the bucket.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
King outside for the 3. Cannot hit. And the Heat going the other way now.
Well, that's a lot of bricks by them early in the second. Only 1 make on 5 tries so far in the second half.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
There's the pick beyond the arc. And the basket good. King's got 25 points in the game.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Good. Cardinals got 17.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Here's King. The three-pointer, no good.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
Cardinal kicks to Nance. Soft touch off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Heat lead.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Fires for 3. But they get it back. Here's King. Hits it from 3-point range. King's got 28 points for the game.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace. Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Pass to Porzingis. Back to King. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Both teams deciding to change it up. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Heat?
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They
Match up.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Now the feed to Jackson. Kept alive, knocked loose, taken away by Anthony. Dishes it to James. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot, he'll go to the free. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Jefferson is out there with Winslow. Then there's Roberson, and it's Lyons in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for them.
Yeah, but they've got to find a way to convert those extra possessions into points if they're going to come back in this one. Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
Nancy's checked in for Andre Robertson, so neither attempt will fall that time for him. King outside. They get a hand on it. Here's Jefferson, and the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul. Of the game. Jefferson gets the bucket.
And really a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
King outside. Just 4 to shoot. The step back jumper is good. King's got 35 in the game.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them in. All by himself, it looks like. Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And he bangs it home with one hand.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Jefferson with the three, and the shot is good.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Here's King. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Heat trail by 12. Outside Jefferson. King with the steal. Now the fast break. King with the ball. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
The Knicks lead by 12. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Yeah, his athletic ability, guys, is really what takes him a notch above most players at his position.
Jefferson has a wide open look. Misses off the left iron. New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's King. Nailed from three-point land. King's got 44.
And it looks like they left their defensive effort back in the locker room, guys. They just haven't had the same commitment here defensively in the second half.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers. So both teams make it. some changes here. Johnson outside. He feeds it to Jackson. Got a piece of it.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for New York.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
They sure did, Kevin. Every time they left the man open deep, he'd get a good look at the basket, and they didn't hesitate, and the aggressiveness paid off.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so by winning the first of 3 in this season series, it should give them plenty of momentum and confidence for the next time they'll have to lace their sneakers up against the Heat.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Flash. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And that one falls for Jackson.
2.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Take a look at the performance in this one for Jackson. He's got 8 points and also 3 steals.
King against Jackson.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Takes a 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. King with the steal. Outside Knight. Finished off the break. And the Knicks lead by 17.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight. But we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road win.
Crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort level, I thought, was outstanding.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth-quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on... And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin...